folks, my name is Carlos. This is the third episode of ShyneTalk podcast. Here we have Salyna, Andrew, Mermes, and we're going to be talking about who he is, what he does.
Our brand new Shyne brand ambassador.
One of our brand new Shyne ambassadors.
Yes.
So, Salyna, go ahead and start off.
All right, so Andrew is he's in the real estate world.
Yep.
You work for
the Dartmouth Company.
Mm-hmm. And sort of what brought you into that world?
Well, my dad was a developer, so growing up I was just kind of around like the residential aspect of things. And once I realized that my athletic career was very short-lived.
What sport?
A hockey guy. Okay. It was something that I wanted to get into. Whether it was residential or commercial. I got into residential and was doing, rentals as well as sales, and just realized the commercial world is where I wanted to be. So ultimately got an opportunity in New York. After 9 months of just straight grinding, got an opportunity back here, been with the company ever since, and it's been great.
What would you say is what was the hardest thing getting started? Did you have to did you make money at first? Because obviously in real estate you have to have either some money saved up, or you have to figure out some way to take care of yourself while you're building your business.
Right, so I actually went to New York and they didn't pay me for 4 months, had to earn a draw. And I think the toughest thing...
How does that work? Is the draw you have to pay it back,
You have to pay it back.
Similar to the car business.
Similar, yeah, exactly. But it was something where, you want to be in the business so bad, and the toughest thing is you're an independent contractor, but at the same time, time is your most valuable asset.
Right.
So if you try it out for a year and someone is teaching you all this, material and language and just the entire aspect of real estate, and then you're like, oh, this isn't for me, and you duck out in a year, he just wasted a year of his time. So it's trusting someone and finding someone that's willing to give you the opportunity and say, hey, I'm in this for the long haul, because you're not going to make money for 2 years. It's just a given.
And you're in your third year? Or your second year? Fourth year?
So 4 years going on 5 in the industry.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
So you kind of you're just getting over that hump, right?
Just getting over the hump, but at the same time, the Dartmouth Company's been great. We're a small boutique feel, but at the same time, we got a large presence where we represent many national retailers throughout, New England. We're part of a huge network called Chain Links that's global around the country, and actually our global partners are TRN, so the International Retail Connection. So they've been great, and it's something where you just, like you guys, you gotta grind.
Yeah, it's definitely a grind. What would be your one, word of advice to anybody that's, just starting in the industry?
One word of advice, it would be to know what you want and understand you're gonna have to make sacrifices. Now, it's not gonna be making sacrifices for your entire life, but understanding that, there are gonna be some things you can't do. There are gonna be some things that you have to miss out on. But if you keep your head down and you trust the process, I think understanding you're going to lose 90% more of the times than you're going to win, and being okay with that is the toughest challenge, because you get said no to 100, 150 times a day. You guys know.
No, we
yeah, and you take it with a smile, and the next day you go back at it again.
Yeah, you just got to be okay. I feel like in sales in general, you have to be okay with rejection. You just have to be okay with it.
Yeah, helps you at the bar with girls. Yeah. No, okay. Nope.
Gotcha.
Great. Gotcha. All right. Great. That was only 900.
We know that it's just a numbers game, so eventually.
No,
someone's bound to say it.
Someone's bound to say yes.
Exactly.
What would you say are some of the highlights from the past 4 years?
I think the highlights are, the entire process. You deal with national tenants that, are big companies that do big rollouts that, are pushing a business from a national perspective, which is fun. But at the same time, you got the local mom and pops. So you're running around with, a woman trying to open up a coffee shop, or, a bakery, or, a new fitness concept. And you see kind of their dreams and aspirations go into, all right, this is now going to be their livelihood, and being able to bring that not only to them, but then to the community. My parents own 2 small businesses in the South Shore, and they can't walk into their local coffee shop, their local whatever, and not know every single person.
Right.
So it's definitely a cool thing to see communities just kind of evolve as more people figure out what they kind of want to do.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
How would you compare? What made you decide between commercial real estate or residential real estate?
Sarah was just trying to have a chat. I think commercial. The thing for me was in residential, you can find a buyer and they buy a house, and then it's kind of over. Right. You can get referrals and other people that are friends of them, but they're only buying really one house. If they're buying more than one house in one area, that just doesn't make much sense. So the aspect of finding someone that's going to open up, a bunch of locations is something that was interesting to me, as well as I like to travel, understanding markets. So we cover everything from Bangor, Maine, or Presque Isle, Maine, which is way up there, all the way down to like Stamford, Connecticut. So being able to learn all those markets, understand what's going on with them, and not sitting behind a desk 24/7 is the reason why I wanted to kind of get into this business. It's the independent freedom, as well as when I do have kids, not anytime soon, but when I do, I'm able to go to soccer, hockey, clarinet, play, whatever they're into, but I can go do that and still be able to.
You have the freedom to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, and you also have the ability to grow with a business.
Yes.
If someone's just starting out, then you have the ability to kind of grow with them, as opposed to residential where it's just
pretty much. But I like that because when you take on a client, it sounds like you're gonna be working with them for some time. And if they continue to grow, you get to watch their business grow, and then work with them. You can stay in touch with them, and it's just I feel like even for our business, we would just work with clients for a couple hours, and that's it, and then we don't talk to them after that. But what we're trying to do is the same thing. We're trying to figure out how can we stay in touch with all of our clients for next 3-4 years when they want to buy a car, so they should come back to us over and over and over again. No. So that's
exactly, and then you're able to. They open up one coffee shop and they're like, oh, we want to open up another. Well, I love their coffee so much. You want to know what? Why don't you become an investor? Right. So you're able to invest in their business, and now you're not only doing real estate, but now you own a percentage of a coffee shop. Now you own a percentage of X, Y, and Z. So you're able to, go in on things and meet people and
diversify.
Exactly.
That's
diversify.
Awesome.
So it's not just a commercial opportunity or commercial real estate opportunity. It's also other opportunities too, because you're in such a good relationship with them.
Right.
So past 4 years, you've been doing that. What's the goal for the next couple years? What's the goal for when you're older and
Oh man, the goal for older. The goal for the next couple of years. I'd love to go to a concert and sporting event. That would be great. But I think the goal is to ultimately just continue to grow. The greatest thing about our industry is not every single deal is the same. So you're constantly evolving, you're constantly learning, especially with this pandemic. Dealing with tenants and landlords where, tenants don't want to pay rent because they can't be open. Right. And landlords well, I gotta pay my mortgage or pay the bank or whatever lender, is responsible for, that property. I think that it's just something where you continue to grow, help your clients, keep your head down and grind. And if you continue to do that, everything else kind of falls into place. And then obviously it's the family, it's the kids. I love the city, but you probably have to move out of the city at some point. Grab a yard, definitely a dog in the future. German Shepherd, nothing small, can't handle that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do small dogs. Yeah, no one can. I don't know what's going on with that, but they're cute, but I need a German Shepherd dog.
Yeah, you're a big guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because one day you might just have a small dog, might not be paying attention, and that's what I feel like I would do.
The only way I have a small dog?
Probably if I'm not paying attention. I'm pretty clumsy, so sometimes I'm just
Was that your fear? You want to see a
No, the only reason why I will ever have a small dog is if my wife, who is going to look the way she's going to look, is walking with me, so everyone knows that little dog is because of that woman, not because of me. And then if I'm walking it, I'm going to just carry around a poster size with her. I'm like, this is why.
This is why. I love that. What are some hobbies you have besides work?
Still skate every now and again with my buddies. Playing a softball league actually with my high school friends, guys and girls. It's a co-ed league. We've been doing that for 5 years. We've lost in the championship every year. It's devastating. Hate losing. But that, going to the beach, relaxing with friends, it's something where you surround yourself with good people, and everyone's now, I mean, my best friend just had a kid, my sister, her son, my nephew just turned 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely coming to a different point in my life. I'm about to be 30, where, things change, and it's just exciting to kind of see. I mean, I'm an uncle, and my best friend's got a kid. It's wild to see, but it's a good time, and we're transitioning, and, now is it going out every night of the week? No, it's you're exhausted. You go eat somewhere, and it's like, I need a nap. It's 9 o'clock. The night's just starting. No, like, it's time for bed.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been different, but at the same time, if you have to send it, you can still send it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. What are some challenges you have throughout the week, like when you're working? Like, is it time management, or is it like, working with the people that you work with, or just people outside of work that it's kind of trouble working with? Or
I think the main difficulty is definitely time management. You set a to-do list on things you need to do during the entire week, but the thing with our business is things always go wrong, and all of a sudden you're going to get a call from one person, and you constantly are on the phone or dealing with a bunch of things, and you almost forget the to-do list because you're very reactionary. And being able to take the time to just shut off for 2 hours, focus on either your emails or the tasks at hand, and then get to, whatever else is pressing. Because you always think when something comes in, it's like, okay, you got to do it right now. And it's not that pressing. It can wait a little bit. So I'd say those are definitely some of the challenges, is getting through the entire to-do list as well as being reactionary. Because the good thing about our business is we can do everything from our phone. So if someone's got to call me on a Saturday, it doesn't really matter. You can just send things off. That's the beauty of technology these days.
No, I love how efficient technology makes us, especially in our business nowadays too. It's changed the automotive industry a lot.
With us, as soon as a lead comes in, like, the first person to react to that lead is most likely the person that's going to get the deal.
Right.
Yeah.
So with us, it's just kind of like a race too.
Oh, you mean the first dealership or the first?
The first person who contacts the customer. Has like a 60 or 70% chance of actually closing the deal.
Because somebody just paying attention to the client too, like. Initial follow-up's important, but it's also just like making sure that you continue to follow up with them, because some people will just be so overwhelmed, like I said, just time management. Some people don't have good time management, and they can't control like what goes on in their life. Obviously you can't control anything, but they don't really have control over what's their day or anything like that. They don't have a good foundation set. And so if you don't have that, you can't really do what you do or what we do, and do a really good job at it. So
Carlos keeps everyone organized.
So that's my job. She's a closer. I'm the one that like picks up all the pieces and puts them back together.
That's why we work in teams. Like,
that's important. That's exactly right.
I have a group at the Dartmouth company. We work with everyone, which is great. You have some people that work on certain projects, but everyone picks up and knows each other's strengths and weaknesses. Organization's probably not my best as well, but I got someone on my team that is amazing with it and is pleasantly persistent, great with follow-up. So it's just working together, because at the end of the day, you need each other to get deals done, and it reminds you of athletics and just being a part of something. When you're with the team, I miss more than ever just being in the locker room with the guys. Still, obviously skating, but it's
more so the locker room though.
100%. Missing the locker room more than anything. Trust me. Whatever.
All right, I think that's good.
Yeah,
that's a good note to end on. That's a good note to end on.
No, showers.
No, that was good. I feel like if you guys have any questions for Andrew, just let him know. We'll put his contact information.
Yeah, we're gonna put your your
Instagram, all the social media, and we'll go from there. And appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with some people who have no lives. Always
down to help.
Awesome. All right,
thank you guys for watching. See you next time.